Pardon the Ignorance podcast. This episode, second one this weekend.
Two in a row.
Yeah, we got
Then we'll wait 4 months and post them.
exactly. It's typical what we do, man. We have Dave here,
Hello.
myself, Bobby. It is a wonderful, beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Germany. We're trying to get this episode in and knocked out real quick.
Just a smidge past noon. Just a smidge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Glad to have another podcast. I can't remember the last time we had one. I think it may be June. Maybe.
I think it was way after that. We did it in the garden house.
I know, so I was thinking it was June.
I think it was August.
Nope.
Yeah, it was after I was on vacation.
It could be. Like you, Bobby. Things just kind of go together, don't they?
Before vacation. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either now, man. It's been a while.
It's been a minute. I think I heard last podcast you discussed your COVID adventures. I gotta tell you, that sounded not pleasurable.
It's not, man. It sucked. It was awful.
Yeah. And we apologize for the groundbreaking bass and the theme song.
Oh yeah, the audio was garbage
at best. At best.
Absolute garbage.
Yeah, but I did sound like Harry was in a hallway and you were 6 miles away talking to him through a cup with a straw attached to it. So
well, Harry was in a break room, so or a conference room.
Yeah. A lot of Tesla talk last podcast as well.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's definitely things that are going to affect people differently. I still think electric cars are a little bit outpriced for what you get, but just my thoughts.
I'm thinking about it, man.
I think everyone is honestly thinking about it. You kind of have to at this point.
Well, for
gas
me,
pump, you're paying 100 euros every time you go, or 120.
Oh,
I feel your pain. I got a diesel as well. I feel your pain. Yesterday, 2 days ago, I filled up. It was, I believe, 210 a gallon. 210 a liter. Excuse me.
Yeah,
a liter.
Yeah. Dude, here's the thing though. I don't have a diesel. I just have a big tank, and it uses a lot. So I'm paying on average at least 110 a week. If I let it go and I just fill up, then I'm like almost 140, man.
Yeah. And these days I really honestly don't like to let it get past half, just for the fluctuation in price. If I see something that looks like I think in the moment is a decent price, I'll swerve in like a madman and just fill it up. Might as well get it there. Get it.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. So back to COVID talk real quick, buddy. So how long did you actually test positive for? It wasn't clear.
10 days.
10 days. Okay. Yep. You tested every day?
Pretty much. I waited, I think they said, test out. Like I tested like Friday to Saturday. I felt like trash. I had an awful fever. I was hallucinating.
You're looking really pale right now, if I'm honest.
That's just it's the lighting.
Say, are you sure you're done? Do you have
Well, I don't know if I'm done. I don't have any taste or smell still.
You're like, I went from COVID to polio. So
yeah, fucking COVID gave me leprosy, man. It's crazy. But
42 for 42 Celsius, that's what is that, 100? That's 100 and change. I don't know what that is.
Oh, it was 100 and change, dude.
Yeah.
It was to the point where like we were throwing around the idea of going to the hospital.
Yeah, that would say that is the time to go. I'm just doing that real quick. Yeah, that's 107. Almost 108. That's danger zone for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
let me guess you were still freezing cold.
Oh, it was, I was shaking. I was vibrating the entire bed.
Yeah.
It was so bad. But it was crazy because I wanted to wait. Like, I tested like then that morning, nothing. It was negative. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I didn't do one Sunday. Monday we had a holiday and I was going to go to work on Tuesday.
Right.
And Mila's mom tested positive and the kids took a test. So I took one. I'm like, shit, I'm positive. So I went downstairs and my oldest was like, my youngest was negative. My oldest was like, I'm negative. Wait, no, I'm not. And positive. And then I waited until like maybe the weekend after
Mm.
to test again. And then I went like every day. I waited like 5 or 6 days until I tested again because I wanted to go to work on Monday, but there's no fucking way I could have.
Yeah, and you got for your point of view, you've got a strong big negative on getting the fourth booster too, don't you? I'm
Yeah,
not going to get another
I'm not
booster.
doing it.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it.
There's for me, there's been too many people ending up with problems from these vaccinations or things like that. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you push along a virus and don't or a vaccination or vaccine and don't take the what I think is a proper amount of time to test it. And
Dude, I was saying that the whole time.
oh, I
Like this
know
shit
we were on the
went
same
way
pod.
too fast.
We were on the same podcast. Yeah, I know. I know.
Um,
I same belief. I just think
yeah,
maybe yeah, it sucks to be quarantined and it sucks to have no way out of things. But on the other hand, it also sucks to put something in your arm you're not sure of. And to make people take it to have a normal life, I think was also goes against kind of what democracy is, if you ask me.
yeah.
But yeah,
So and plus like now I'm happy that I got it because
mhm,
now I don't have you know, I have those antibodies, so I don't need to get a fourth booster shot.
right.
Um, so we'll see. But the thing that's crazy,
Do you remember going to the grocery store with gloves and a mask?
I never did gloves.
You never did. I remember people
Never once did gloves.
wearing gloves.
I have a guy at work that still wears a mask and gloves every single day.
Oh God, live your life, man. Live your
Yeah,
life.
I mean, that's my thing. Fucking hell, dude. I the mat like, and that's what's crazy that I just now got it, and I didn't
Yeah.
get it before that just because how careless. Because I never really took like fuck. I don't care.
Any idea where you got it from? Anybody you
No
know?
idea. Have no
Okay.
idea.
Mm, yeah. You don't think it was the bathhouse you've been going to, or
No, it was definitely work somewhere.
okay?
Because I guess like that week, I want to say like close to 30 some people called off.
Yeah, it's easy to get it at work. Luckily for me, I have home office all the time, so if I got to go to a supplier or visit another place, then I try to take as many precautions as I can. But I'm not wearing a mask anymore. I'm tired of that shit.
Yeah, I'm not doing it
Unless
either.
unless the company requires it. Some still require it when you go in and walk through the lobby and all this stuff. You got to wear the mask. This
Right.
FFP2. But once you sit in the conference room, everybody takes the thing off. You can't. It's difficult to conduct business with a mask on. I don't care what anybody says.
Well,
It's
plus, I mean, to be honest with you, the mask, I think personally, the mask does more harm than it does good. It might block out the virus. Yes, I understand that. However, we're breathing out a poisonous gas and sucking it back into our bodies. That's why
yeah,
people have constant headaches. That's why there's a lot of problems people were
right.
having with that. And it's all due to the mask. It's not, you
Hmm.
know,
I just don't think there's when it comes to we. I think we can all exist that we can all agree that Corona exists. It's not a conspiracy theory. I think
no,
it
yeah.
exists, but I also think that there's no perfect answer to avoiding it or to not spread it. There's not really. One thing is to wash your hands. It's been proven over time. Wash your fucking hands. And
Yeah.
if you're touching other things, don't touch your face. I
But
think
that's
that's
fucking general cleanly, like that's general hygiene that we learned in the fucking kindergarten before any of this shit happened.
this is your friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Bobby. But you know how many people don't clean their hands after when they leave a bathroom?
Mm,
People who just you touch a toilet handle, and then you don't wash your hands, and then you see somebody touching their face after that. How many people's hands have touched that knob to flush the toilet?
gross.
It's fucking nasty, man.
It is nasty.
It is. But enough of Corona talk. Hey, I am glad though that you look like you're feeling better. I'm glad you pulled through, buddy.
Yeah. I am feeling a lot better. Like I said, like my cough is mostly gone. The only thing that I don't have is taste or smell still.
Yeah.
It fucks you up because your brain messes with you. You'd be like, "Oh man, this tastes so good." You're like, "But does it?"
Mm.
Fuck, I can't taste it.
Bobby, you just ate dog shit and you said it tastes fantastic.
Yeah, no shit.
uh,
I was
you
like,
know,
"Good news, honey. Butt stuff's still on the table."
Go for that jog, bring it back, put some flavor on there. I want to see what I can
That's
do.
what's up.
Um, I think though, you are Dr. Death, uh, because whenever you get sick, everybody has to worry because it's never a light thing with you. It's
No,
it's
I
all
go
it's
hard.
all or nothing. It's all or
I
nothing.
go. It's all or nothing, man.
Hey, dude, I almost died. I almost bled to death because what broke in your nose? You had something you tore
No,
a
I had an artery
yeah
like back here that went up to my brain that burst,
yeah
and I bled out in my car.
yeah. That's just it's not funny. But
Yeah,
on the other hand, it's like you are like the guy who's you're living on the edge. There's no
yeah.
oh, I had a light cold this week. I had a gentle
See,
cough.
and I
Yeah.
think I had like a nose surgery because they wanted to reconstruct like on the outside. Whoever said it was good, but internally, it fucking my nose didn't work.
Right.
So the guy wanted to go in, fix it all up, and then shortly after that happened. So I think like the two were like
You think
they
you could have
had to have
could
had
have nicked it? Probably could have nicked it or not knowing you did it.
maybe or
Yeah.
something wasn't as sturdy as it was supposed to be, but I didn't go after him.
Buddy, we talked about this before. My theory is he nicked it, but not enough to open it, but he nicked it doing something. And
Yeah,
then you just sneezed really hard, and that sneeze was
yeah.
enough to, really cause that force to go through there.
But
Or you're
dude,
just a habitual nose picker and you don't want to admit it, one or the other.
no, it's behind there. Like I was bleeding out of my eyes, man.
Well,
It
yeah,
was
that's
fucking crazy.
yeah. Gotta wash, buddy. Gotta wash.
Yeah. So,
Anyways, man. So when are you back to work already?
tomorrow will be my first day back.
Right. Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Hmm.
So, I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I'm not a guy who likes to just sit at home and do nothing either. It drives me
I
stir
can't.
crazy.
This was their worst, absolute worst for me. I it also shows me I couldn't do home office. There's no fucking way I could. Like, yeah, I'd keep myself busy, but then
Mhm.
there's other shit that would drive me crazy. Be like, oh, well, this is, I could be doing this. I could be doing
Mm.
that. This needs straightened up. This needs put away.
Yeah. You got to
There's,
fight. You really do got to fight through the distractions.
I
It'll
have to
give you that one.
physically go to the office because,
Mhm.
like, I have ADD really bad, so I can't deal with 100 things. That I need to go one,
Mhm.
and you know what I mean?
I've
So,
I've whittled my thing down to now where I've got my Outlook set up to where I have blocks in my Outlook table that says, okay, this is your email time. Everything else is blocked out.
yeah,
I turn my work phone off, all distractions, and I have to turn this one off, the private one as well. Otherwise, I'm like you are. I get a notification. I'm like, oh, I wonder what's going on. And then I'll find myself spending 20 minutes on my phone, which is a killer. So
yeah,
I stopped doing that, and I have set up the work playlist that I turn on for music. And then that kind of signals to my brain that it's time to focus in on the task at hand.
right,
Otherwise, I'm like you, man. I'll get distracted from 20 different things going on.
yeah,
And the funny thing is you have to make sure that the people who live with you in your house realize that home office does not mean dad's on vacation. That,
right, yeah.
and that's a killer.
Mila does home office every Friday.
Right.
So the last couple Fridays, last Friday I was the only one home. The kids were back at school, but the week before that, everybody in the house was at home.
Mm.
But Mila comes up. She has like a area where she does stuff. We close the doors, and everybody leaves her. She's at work until she's done.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's nice. It works that way. I mean, but for me, nah. And for my mental health, there's no fucking way
Yeah.
unless
Oh,
I
you
can dedicate like 2.5, 3 hours a day being outside.
see, Corona was killer when we had the lockdown because I was doing home office, but everybody else is locked down as well.
Mm,
So that means that their lockdown was different than my lockdown. My lockdown means I was locked down in my office, if you know what I mean, to work.
yeah,
I had shit to do. Everybody else, they're learning from home or they're seriously just here. Um, so therefore they had to approach it different. For me, it was a killer because in my current job, I'm not always here. Yeah, I have home office. This is my office, but sometimes I have to go to like Lipstadt to the actual office, or to a customer or suppliers or something, and a visit for like a 2 or 3 day visit. So for me, it's that break that I need for my mental health, or it's, coach, the football stuff. That's my mental break. Because if I didn't have that, I'm like you, I'd blow my brains out in my office. I
Yeah.
just, for my mental health, it's just I get stir crazy, and then I get bored, and then bored turns to, I wouldn't say depression, but the outskirts of depression. And then, you know, based on what's happened, I start having fucking stupid thoughts in my head, and then it goes from there. So I feel you on the mental health aspect.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, that was a good segue, Bobby, because we were wondering what we could talk about, and that, I think, my friend, is one thing we can dive into.
Okay.
Bros not being bros.
Okay.
Let's discuss this. Follow along. So I saw something recently that said only women and dogs are unconditionally loved. Everybody else has to earn it. And if you're not earning your place, you're tossed to the side. You agree with that or disagree?
I think so.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
The problem is that I don't think we as like men allow ourselves to really talk about issues like this or open up about things.
No.
I have buddies who will literally wait until the last second of before they pull the trigger, before they'll tell anybody that they're going through anything.
Yeah.
Uh, and my question to you, Bobby, is, I know it kind of spurred this onto you without you getting into really think about it. Why do you think we do that? Why do you think that is?
I think I think it all ties together, like the stigma of being weak in front of your boys.
Right.
I think a lot of it that has to do, or just the fact that embarrassment is probably a big thing of it. You know what I mean? Because a
Yeah.
lot of guys, they might need to reach out, but they don't know how.
Right.
They're
Right.
afraid of they think that they're going to be judged. We're going to be, oh, I don't want to be that pussy in front of my boys. You know
Right.
what I mean? So I think a lot of it has to do with that.
I think Corona has helped a lot of guys to get past that stupid stigma. Uh, or at least I hope. I think in our friend circle, it's definitely changed. We I wouldn't say we have a bitch corner, but we definitely have one where we could lay shit out there and people are talking about it. Or if
Yeah,
somebody was struggling, we all come together, help them out. I mean, that's just, to me,
definitely.
it's the not only the right thing to do, it's the human thing to do.
Exactly.
Sometimes I think people get in these I would call them hallways, and they're dark, and they
Yeah.
can't find a way out, and they think that the only way out is to, well, to pretty much kill themselves. I mean, they get to that point.
Hmm.
um and I think sometimes it takes your boys to kind of, I wouldn't say smack you in the back of the head like your dad used to, but I think my point. Get to it and say, hey man, how can we help you? A lot of times people don't say that. They'll listen
Yeah.
to somebody, but they won't offer them any thoughts or solutions to it.
No.
Um, say, hey man, it's not that bad, or hey man, how can I help you out? Um, you know, I just think we need to get back to helping each other a little bit more, instead of just trying to always be the cool guy, think you got everything in control, because a lot of times, fucking no, you don't. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
and,
Yeah.
and that's the funny thing. Most of the people that, if you have to tell yourself like, oh, I got this,
Mhm.
you're the guy that needs to ask for help because you don't got it.
Yeah.
If it's in your head, there's a problem.
Mhm. And now we're going to talk about something that gets on my fucking nerves.
Okay.
The person who always has problems,
Yeah.
and you offer them solutions. And every time you offer them a solution, they have something that goes against what you said.
Yeah. I
Because
don't got time for
if
that.
no, because if somebody does that to me, that tells me you don't really want help. You
No.
don't need help.
You
You
only want somebody to listen to you complain and agree with you that you're being
Yeah,
fucked over.
right, right, exactly,
I
absolutely, exactly.
Sorry, man. I
Yeah,
got no time for that.
my brain works in this way. If somebody comes to me with a problem, my
Yeah.
first thing is to think of the solution. Like I
Yeah.
want to, generally want to help you. If I'm
Yeah.
giving you my time, I generally want to help you. So if you came to me, Bobby, let's just use a very logical discussion. Hey, Dave, my tire is flat. Okay, easy, right? Let's pretend you're a fucking idiot, right?
Yeah.
So we can sort this out quite easily. Like I say, oh, you do you have ADAC? You have somebody to tow it, or do you have a spare that we can replace it with? Do I need to come help you? Yeah, but if you come over here, it's going to be far, and I don't want to get my shirt dirty. Yeah, Bobby, I didn't ask you that. I asked
Yeah.
you. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
this is a very lame example, but my point is that if you tell somebody, hey, me and my girlfriend are just not getting along. All right, man. Well, what's the problems? Well, she does this, and this for me, and it doesn't appreciate me, or da. Okay, or and what pisses people off usually if you ask, okay, are you doing anything to cause
Yeah.
these issues? And as soon as you say that, buddy, 1,000% over. As soon as you say that, oh, whose side are you on? Yeah, I'm not picking a side, man. I'm just trying to figure out what your problems are. Maybe
We
we
need
can talk about it.
facts, man.
Yeah, give me something. Oh, all right, man. Well, I'll talk to you. Okay, man. Well, if you need me
Yeah.
more, yeah. I just, it gets on my nerves, man. Either you want
Yeah.
help or you don't. If you call me up and say, "Hey, man, I got to bitch to you about something," oh, okay, cool.
That's
Yeah.
different.
Me and Mike do it all the time, right? He'll call me up
Right.
and say, like, "Man, you won't believe this," and I know already what it is. But if my man was going through something, he could hit me up, and I'll be like, "Man, what do you need?" So if like you hit me up with something, you need me to come over right away, bro. I'd fucking be there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just what friends do. We got to get past the stigma to wrap this up of not being able to talk to each other, of not being able to talk to each other about sensitive topics outside the normal bullshit. And then if somebody offers you help, be willing to accept it. If
Yeah.
not, leave it the fuck alone.
Exactly, man. That's the thing. If you do need help and you are searching for some kind of feedback, you have to be open to it.
Right.
You have to be.
Yeah.
Or at that point, right after that, I'll deal with that like a few times. After that, sorry, man. Time is money, and
Yeah.
you're wasting a lot of it.
Yeah, I think I called you about something yesterday. I can't remember what. And what I love about our conversations is it's literally like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" Oh, you're like, "I'm at a music store." I'm like, "All
Yeah.
right, cool. You got a second?" Yeah, what's up? Okay. Da-da-da-da. Literally, I looked at our phone. Our conversation was over in like a minute, 20 seconds.
Yeah, man.
Everything finished. Everything solved. No,
To
no
the
worries.
point.
To the point. Done. All right. Cool. Want to do a podcast maybe tomorrow? Yeah. All right, man. Sounds good. Okay, we'll hit each other up. All right, later.
Perfect.
Done.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Straight to the meat of it. Straight to the meat of it. I
Yeah,
love it. I love it.
I do.
Ah,
And that happens a lot.
that it does. That it really,
It's
really
like I
does.
think I talked to my mom for the first time in a long time, other than through text,
Right.
on the phone this past week.
Right.
And I looked, I'm like, shit, dude, that was the longest I've talked to her in maybe like 3 years. I looked, 11 minutes.
But you got
Perfect.
everything out. But you got everything
Everything.
out. Everything done.
All taken care of.
Mm. Speaking of taking care of, how's the house looking?
uh,
Did you get the outside done?
no.
No. Okay. Yeah.
The
Win-
only thing I
Winter
have
is
to,
coming.
oh, the only thing we have to do is uh, do stucco and paint it on this one portion. I don't get it done this year, no big deal. But everything else is done,
Cool.
except I have to finish the main power cable to the garden house is fucked.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that. You didn't get to it yet.
Mm-mm. The ground.
Yeah.
I mean, now it's soft enough where I can dig down like 3 feet and run a new cable, but it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. You
So
want? I'll definitely come help you dig, buddy. If that's what we got to do, that's no problem.
I think I'm gonna get some.
That's a
I'm
good
gonna
workout.
rent something
I was gonna say that's a good workout, man. I'm
and get
in.
it
I'm in
done.
on that. I'm in on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, dude. So that's really from my side every issue I wanted to talk to Bobby about.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't let our telephone calls run into our podcast time.
No. And that's another, yeah, save it for the pod, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's another reason why I'm short with some people. My one buddy who does radio, his his boss, who actually it's obviously his show, but if you answer his phone, he's like that. It's a yes, no, that's it. If there's some kind of big news, he'll hang up on you. Save it for the show.
Yeah, save it for the pod.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Like I'm at, like even if it's like something crazy, you know what I mean?
Were you the one telling me you had a trip planned to the States soon?
No, but we were thinking about it. We're thinking
Yeah.
going for Christmas.
Mm, yeah.
Cheap.
Christmas. Is it though?
420 a person round trip. Fucking better believe it is.
I haven't looked at the prices, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't know. Yeah.
With Delta, I think it was like 418 round trip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, dollar strong right now. What is the euro rate? Do you know? Is it 1 to 1 roundabout?
It's pretty close. When I looked the other day, it was pretty close. I have a thing on here that gives up to date. So right now, it's €1 will get you 99 cents US dollar.
Nice. Very nice.
That's not, I mean, it
Not for
depends.
us. Yeah.
It
Not for us.
sucks.
Yeah. Not for us, but it's nice if you are getting dollars in some version for some reason.
Yeah.
Those are my friends who get VA benefits, get their VA benefits every month in dollars. So
Yeah.
if the dollar's strong, the euro's weak, it works out a little better for
Right.
this side here. Yeah, but that could be me soon.
Yeah.
Finally, been working on it for months. So
Yeah.
it's one of my summer projects. I'll be honest with you, I would start the paperwork and that something would cause you to get a block, and you're like, I don't fucking want to do this.
Yeah.
But then I kept thinking about these dollar signs bumping in my head and how I gave the U.S. military 4 years of my life, and they decided to shit on me. So
Yeah.
that being the case, this thing, it doesn't really deal with you, but it does deal with some people with the burn pits. I don't know
Yeah.
if you're aware of this.
Hmm.
That's a huge deal.
Yeah.
And I actually have pictures. Wish I've been more prepared for the pod. I have pictures of me sitting around the burn pit that we threw oil and bloody wraps and all kinds of
Yeah.
other stuff in there. And there's the porch to the palace we sat on, and we're all sitting on the pad taking a picture. In the background, you see the burn pits like burning. That
Yeah.
not only that, but or doing the shit duty, burning the shit. It's also turns out that's toxic as well. Who would have thought of that, huh?
Blows
So
my mind.
yeah, so a lot of veterans are gonna get some type of monetary compensation for that, or if you live in the states, at a minimum, get free healthcare when it pertains to that stuff, which is valuable as well.
Yeah.
So those of us who volunteered for 4 years, and it was volunteer. There's nobody who's forced to do it anymore, but volunteered to join the military, and the military puts shit in your arm they're not supposed to, or makes you do burn pits where you're breathing in toxic material. Or if you injure yourself while you're in, there's compensation for that. So there's a reason why they get it. It's well deserved, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And those of you who don't like it can suck a fat dick.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry. That's how I feel about it. So you didn't join up. You didn't deal with the shit we dealt with. So you don't like it? I mean, honestly, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I think
Definitely.
I've spoke on veterans issues many times, and I will continue to do so.
Yeah.
So
As you should.
yeah. People who were afraid, like yourself, Bobby, to join. I can't. I'm just kidding. But Chris doesn't count because he only went to Kuwait. So
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if he'll listen to it, but I can see him now, motherfucker. Yeah, we got to get him back on, man. He's fun.
We do. I was talking with him saying that we're going to do it. He didn't want to today because he has to go in earlier than planned. I'm like, dude, we're going to do it like around noon. No, man, that's cutting it close. I got to be at work at like 8. I'm like, all right.
8?
No, I don't know. Like earlier than that, but.
Well, yesterday was Temple, so we should have time today. So
exactly. The Sabbath was yesterday.
yeah.
That's why we don't do podcasts on Saturdays. Just so we.
It was the whole reason.
Yeah.
It was literally the whole reason we do them Friday nights, because he can't do it Saturday.
Yeah, and we have to be done before midnight because then he just turns off like a fucking robot.
Right. I respect it. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
whatever he's. Motherfuckers.
To be honest, I think he doesn't want to get on camera with us because we're gonna judge whether he's been fed or not.
Yeah, yeah. Although I'm gonna be honest with you. So I went with Chris to the PX. I want to say in August, right before my birthday party. Yeah. So right before then. So we went there, and he smashed down some Popeyes. She allowed him to eat.
Yeah.
And when she looked at him, she looked over him. She said, "Chris, you may eat." And as soon he waited until she gave him the okay.
Like a dog, right?
Like a dog. And as soon as she said it was fine, my man dug in. I was so proud. I was so proud. I even went and got him a little extra piece of chicken, just I snuck it on his plate, I was so happy for him, man, that he's building up. He's a growing boy.
Yeah.
He's gonna get 100 pounds one day, and I'm gonna be a proud dad.
I mean, dude, he really got to get it up. As soon his grandson's going to be as big as him.
He's going to fucking kill us.
Love you, buddy.
Love you, buddy. Love you. Yeah. No, but Pam's cool to hang out with, man. We had a good time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Good person, good people.
Mm-hmm.
We make a lot of jokes on here, but that eating story is factually true, 100% true. Definitely.
Yeah.
His his daughter was with him when we went there, and she's tall, man. Jeez.
Yeah.
Her mother's tall, so I mean,
right.
Yeah, but she looks like a female Chris, like just
yeah.
her mom, like her mom's face, and then Chris's like body. It's like it's weird. Genetics, I get it, but yeah, she's also really nice, but she's almost as tall as Chris.
That's crazy.
And his son is a really good football player, apparently.
Oh, he's massive.
He's massive. And if they were still together, him and his girlfriend at the time, obviously he's moved on, married Pam. But if they were still together, I could see Chris like telling him to do something. He'd be like, "Shut up, bitch."
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Come down with the hand.
I'm gonna call your dad, and Chris on the other line. Please don't. Please don't. I don't blame him. Like, he showed me a picture of, like, it was him and his kids, and he was in the middle. I had no clue.
Yeah.
Like, because Chris isn't that short. I think he might be a little bit taller than me. I think he's taller than me.
Yeah, he's taller than me. I think he's 5'11".
Yeah. He's got to be close. He's got to be close to, high fives, if not 6 foot.
I think he's just a smidge above me, just like a.
Yeah. And his son towered.
Yeah, I think his son's got to be 6'4" at least.
Oh, at the very least.
Yeah,
at the very least.
Just to clear some confusion, they're not his son. They're not blood related, so it's
Yeah.
But he might as well be. He raised him. So
raised him. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that for real. Honestly, some guys step up and become that dad, and there's nothing wrong with that, man.
And he was definitely that dude.
Yeah, God bless him. But it's just weird to see him. It's like because I remember his son. I would say his name, but I don't want to. So I remember his son from like when I met Chris. I think met Chris in like 2009, 2010, and so obviously 12 years ago. But to watch his son grow up like that and then see him, you'd be like, Jesus Christ, man, that boy is blown up, and not in a bit like blown up like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's weird to see your friends watch their kids grow up with them. It's an experience. So yeah, well, hopefully that's not how Chris eats all the time. Hopefully he doesn't have to wait for her command. But I was there and I saw it with my own eyes, so you can believe me. So
I definitely believe you. I definitely take your word over his.
So yeah, I think also, Bobby, we need to try. Obviously, the power to the. You said the power's not working to the.
But I have that. Like, I hillbilly rigged that. I basically turned the entire garden house into. I put a plug on it, so I could plug it into an extension cord, and the entire garden house has power. Then
nice. I think I'm going to try to talk to Chris and see what we can work out. Maybe one more before it gets super cold for the winter.
Worst case scenario, we can do it in the kitchen.
Right. Well, that's always fun too, and I'm sure we can get Harry to come along somehow.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So
we would have a great time.
Yeah, I might put that in the group today and see what people think. What a good day to match that up is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, also, man, I'm excited. So, in the middle of the beginning of November, I have a work trip scheduled to the UK, to Birmingham.
Nice.
Yeah, but that's where Rich lives. So I'm trying to go on the Friday before.
Yeah.
To spend the whole weekend with Rich. He's got a bunch of South African friends. They want to invite me to a South African barbecue and hit up a couple curry spots. And Rich has got it all planned out. It's gonna be a Bob Redinger style. Let's see. I can count how many hours I was sober over drunk. So I think that's what that's aiming for. And then do the work trip and then fly back. So luckily work doesn't care. I'll take Friday off, so work doesn't care when they buy the plane ticket. Either way, I got to be there. So that's cool. That
is cool. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Hanging out with Rich.
Yeah. We had a great time at my birthday party too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was he learned the difference between the export Oktoberfest beers and the actual real Oktoberfest beers.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, fucking hell, man. I had like 4 of those beers. Plus those shots that you brought along did some damage too.
Yeah.
And the fireballs.
It was a good time, man. It was definitely a good time.
Shit weather though. Absolutely shit weather. It poured the whole night.
The entire night.
I had tents set up and fuck. Nah. What are you gonna do, man? And it was dry for like months on end before my birthday party. And
Yeah.
my birthday party, it rains like a
One of
cow
the
pissing on a
worst
flat rock.
droughts European history. And then
and then they're like, nah, fuck it. Let's get some rain on Dave's birthday party, you bastards.
Exactly.
But it was a good time. I'm glad everybody showed up. I think everybody had a good time.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I didn't barbecue either, because that was originally my plan. And that would have really sucked.
Oh, that would have really sucked.
Yeah. So instead, I just said, fuck it. Ordered some pizzas. Everybody's happy. Good times.
That's the way to do it, man.
Yeah. It's less work.
Less work.
The cleanup was okay. Although I was pissed at somebody about the laundry room. Somebody had cigarette butts.
Ooh.
I had a trash bag in there just for that occasion. Throw your shit in there, easy. You know how I am, man. You know where the fridge is at my outside. Go get yourself a beer. You know, I'm not going to serve everybody. You know, I lay all the alcohol out. I go the whole 9 yards because I want everybody to have a good time. Somebody fucking took, like, the trash bag wasn't put in there correctly because somebody threw too much shit in there. So they just poured all the cigarette butts on the side of the fucking trash can. And I don't smoke. That's the only reason I don't care. I care. Then I found cigarette butts around the washing machine and shit. And I'm like, who the fuck's doing that?
Yeah.
So, and then people were actually smoking in my washroom.
Oh, that's not cool.
No. And I walked in there the next day. I was like, fucking hell. And then Annika was pissed about washing some shit.
Yeah.
Because she had stuff hung in there and they all smelled like cigarette smoke.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I think it was just because of the weather. Otherwise, it wouldn't have mattered. People wouldn't have done it.
Right.
But, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was a good time, though. Past all that, it was a good time. And still got enough liquor to get the whole neighborhood drunk here. So
that's the way to do it, man.
Maybe we get the boys over here one more time. We'll see. We'll definitely have one more pod, everybody together before the.
Yeah, we definitely need to do that. The live in-person podcasts are definitely funner.
Yeah, because you're doing shots at the same time.
We're getting wasted. We're off the rails. It's fun as hell.
We're doing our thing for sure.
And that's the thing. Like, this might be the only podcast ever where I have literally nothing, not a drop of alcohol on me, because I have to drive to the airport here in a little bit.
Well, you could have. No, that's a bad idea. I'm not going to encourage that, Bobby, at all.
No.
Kind of need your license. Yeah. Plus, you don't want to be the dickhead that kills somebody else. So
no, definitely not.
I don't. That's one thing I really honestly don't fuck around with. Guys chance it. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. You know yourself. How many drinks have you really had, young man? You know what I mean?
But that's the thing. I'm oblivious. Give me 2 beers. I'm fucking Superman. Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm not.
Well, it always depends on your weight too. Dave's swinging around 150 kilos, so I can have 2 beers and be fine. Chris, on the other hand, he has half a beer and he's toasty. So,
well, that's what happens when an 11-year-old girl weighs more than you.
Yeah, and he has to call Pam and see if he can even have a drink. So that's the first step. No.
But
all right, buddy, you got anything else this week?
Not really, man. I honestly don't. We talked about some men's health, which is actually I think November is Men's Health Month coming up, which is good. Stay aware.
Are you going to grow out the stash? Isn't that November?
I don't know.
Will you grow out the mustache? I thought so.
I don't do mustaches.
Yeah, I normally don't either. That's the whole point of it, Bobby.
No. Although I think if I did get rid of the beard,
I thought it was Movember. I think that's what. Let me look that up before we go. I think you would look fine with a mustache with like a what's that, like Tom Seaver, like the real heavy
Tom Selleck.
Yeah, like the real Tom Selleck heavy mustache. Or I think you could even pull off the. I think you could pull it off.
That hipster thing? Nah.
Yeah.
I definitely couldn't.
No?
No.
What's the Movember meaning? Okay, Movember.
I thought it was beard.
No. Movember is a blah, 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 Australian English diminutive word for mustache. Mo in November. It's an annual event involving the growing of mustaches during the month of November to raise awareness of men's health issues, such as prostate cancer, testicular cancer, and men's suicide. We're doing it, bro. We're doing it. We're fucking doing it. On the 31st of October, you shave your mustache completely. Literally, Bobby, no joke. I shaved this 5 days ago. I literally shaved, and I know it was 5 days ago because I shaved it before I went to a supplier on Tuesday. So look, bro, Tuesday.
That's crazy,
isn't it? And the size as well. Facial hair takes fucking forever to grow on my face.
You don't even want to know when I did mine.
30 minutes ago?
Last Friday. Not this past Friday, a couple days ago, but a little over a week ago.
Yeah. See, my shit will take forever to grow in, bro. It takes forever. But let's fucking do that for November. That's a good idea. Just grow it out. Let's see. Just see what we look like. All of us with mustache. I'll get Harry and we'll get Kristen on board.
Yeah, but can't I just shave my beard off and just keep the mustache? Just keep the mustache and just keep letting it go.
You could, yeah, sure.
That's what I'm gonna do.
It's your rules, bro. I'm just not shaving this off because then I look like a fucking turtle. So I'm not gonna do
it. Dude, I'm gonna start like at each end of my nostrils and just keep in the middle, right?
I mean, you can't. There's nothing against that mustache. I think there was a famous guy who had a mustache like that, but I don't remember who.
Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin's who I'm thinking of as well.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. But I think it's also you don't have to shave at all. Some people do the whole beard thing as well.
Yeah.
It's like
I've done that before.
No shave November.
Me and my friends, we did that, and then at the end of it, we had nobody shave. We weren't allowed to trim, nothing, except for like right here to keep the hairs out of going into our mouth.
Yeah,
everything else you had to leave.
Right.
And at the end of the month, we dressed like lumberjacks and had a crazy party.
Right.
It was fun.
It sounds great, man. It sounds great. I'm definitely, but I can't handle the hair going in my mouth. So
yeah, no,
I'll trim as well. But yeah, let's do it, man. We'll sign up. We'll get the boys involved in this as well. All of them.
Perfect.
So let's take before and after pics too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Let's do a lumberjack party. Sounds fun, man. I don't know why, but it sounds awesome. I love a flannel, so that's fine by me.
Yeah, like flannels, suspenders, everything, man.
Yeah.
Mila made pancakes that were like, they were massive, like the size of frisbees, because lumberjacks need flapjacks.
That's true. That's true.
So
yeah, that's good. That's good stuff.
Yeah, it was great.
All right, buddy. Well,
yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this episode.
I think we put in a solid 45.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's good. That's 20 minutes more than you and Harry, so I think
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's actually more than 20 minutes more than Harry and I did.
But I'll add this idea to the group. So you want to do it at your place?
What's that?
The live pod?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. I think it's easier with all the equipment being at your place.
Otherwise, yeah, it's definitely easier for me.
Definitely do it at mine, yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll set that up in the group and then we'll come back and give people a nice crazy one maybe.
Definitely. That'll be fun. But before that, we need to do a couple episodes in the meantime.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We'll keep it going. We'll figure out a schedule as usual.
Definitely.
Our winter schedule is a little more steady than summer. Summer's a little more difficult. Work, coaching, kids, and you got the everything else, Bobby. I don't know what Bobby's doing, but he's busy.
Yeah.
So all right, everyone.
Thanks for stopping by. You guys know where to find us. Like, share, subscribe. Check out our YouTube channel. I uploaded the first video that we've done since like May, because all the other ones we've just done audio only or in person. Therefore, we don't do video for it. So,
although maybe we should.
It's harder.
I know, but there's value there. There's definitely value watching us, the stuff that we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, we could figure it out. We'll look into it.
We'll talk.
Yeah. So
only for 2 minutes though. So the standard conversation.
So thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll see you next time.
Have a week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.